Hey guys, Christian here, back at it again with another video. Today's video is going to be a special one. We're going to be building one of my oldest friends, a gaming PC. A little introduction for my friend. His name is John, and I've known this guy since we were 6 years old in preschool, and he's recently moved here to the United States. We play a ton of Dota together, and the way he's set up is he's playing on his cousin's rig. Now his cousin also plays Dota, and the three of us want to play together. Now our current temporary solution is I've lent them my Asus ROG G752. They've had it for about 3 weeks now, so I've decided that I'm going to build them a rig. However, we're on an extremely tight budget, $150 to be exact. So in the spirit of Linus Tech Tips, we're going to scrapyard wars the hell out of this build. So let's go Craigslist diving, boys. Starting with the CPU, I found an Intel Core i3-2100 for $30. Now I was still able to haggle and get the price down to $20. For the motherboard, I was going to be content with any LGA 1155 board. It's not going to matter if it was going to be H61, B65, Q67, or Z68. As long as it was going to function and is cheap, I'm going to be happy with it. Fortunately, I found an MSI H61M P38/W8 micro ATX motherboard that was posted for $40 and was still able to get it down to $20. Used hard drives were expensive on Craigslist. There were a ton of GPU, but they were priced very high, and the value of RAM doesn't typically go down considering DDR3-1600 sticks are still useful and valuable, and the same goes for a solid PSU case, so I really had to try hard for these parts. For the RAM, I had found two 4GB DDR3-1600 sticks for $5 each at CEX, a store that I had been to that buys used PC components and electronics and resells them. For the hard drive, I also opted to buy it at CEX. They had a $20 1TB hard drive, which is a lot better value than the $20 300GB ones posted on Craigslist. Onto the case, we're sporting a surprisingly airflow optimized Raygo S2. I've never heard of this brand, and maybe neither have you. It was originally posted for $30, so I lowballed the seller for $10, and he surprisingly agreed. Now I looked it up online, and it used to be available at Walmart? What the hell? It came with an 80mm fan that was installed on the rear exhaust and a 400-watt power supply that I wasn't going to trust even to power a potato. I'm sure as hell that it would go off like an ISIS explosive, even with the lightest workloads, man. Speaking of the PSU, I wasn't able to find any good used ones for cheap. However, when I went to PC Part Picker to list out the parts on I was using and figuring out how much power I needed, I came across a discounted EVGA 400-watt PSU on Amazon. It was $20 brand new and has enough juice to power the system. Instead of opting for the used $40 CX430M or a couple of cheap shady power supplies, I believe that I'm going with the $20 brand new 400-watt EVGA PSU was the best option. The GPU. This was surprisingly the easiest one. I had a friend that upgraded from a Powercolor 7950 to the MSI RX480, so I asked him if he was planning on selling it. He then offered it to me for nothing. I got the Powercolor 7950 3GB video card for free, but however, it wouldn't be fair if we didn't add this to the total of the budget. On Craigslist, it's being sold for $60, so I'm going to add this as a $60 expense, totaling us at $150. And with that being said, let's get on with the build. problem, guys. A little bit after putting the CPU, motherboard, power supply into the case, I thought I'd give it a test boot with the RAM for my personal rig, because the RAM I had ordered had not yet arrived. And it booted, but it wouldn't get past error code 99 and get to the BIOS. So off the Craigslist one more time, I guess. Luckily, I had found a posting for an old Dell Optiplex 790 mid-tower that wasn't a proprietary form factor motherboard, that was fully functioning for $30. However, instead of going for an Intel Core i3-2100, we're moving up to a quad core with an Intel Core i5-2400, priced at $40. And with that being said, let's get back to the build. there we have it. The build is complete. It's ready to go to John. All of its Intel Core i5 $150 budget glory. It still baffles me that with $150 you can build a solid gaming PC that can blow 1080p gaming right out of the gate. Granted, this PC is not going to last very long, especially when you're going to be gaming beyond 1080p, seeing as though desktop KB Lake is right around the corner, and the Powercolor 7950 being essentially an R9 280, it's going to be dated in the near future. However, for $150 and mainly going to be running Dota 2, it's definitely the best option against any brand new PC out there on the market. But building a cheap PC like this doesn't come without any problems. Having only the board be dead was probably the second best case scenario for me, seeing as though all of these parts could have been dead when I purchased them. But ultimately, that is the risk you're going to be taking whenever you buy used parts online. With that being said, leave a like if you liked it, dislike if you hate yourself right now for purchasing a $1,000 gaming PC that performs as well as this one. Subscribe for more videos such as this. This has been Christian from XTN Gaming. Laters.